A London-based startup founded by Carl Pei was supposed to disrupt the smartphone industry, and the much-awaited Nothing Phone 1 goes on sale today with a bunch of industry-first features on expected lines. But what is the real-world user experience like? Looking beyond the hype, Tech Today's Ayush Alavadi brings you an exclusive review.
It's not often that a startup from London enters the smartphone industry only to disrupt it. There's a lot of clutter, especially in the mid-range segment, and a company from London has decided to break that clutter. I have with me the Nothing Phone 1. Now, if you look at the phone, let's talk about design. If you show this to anyone in office or any family member at home, they will have a look at the back of the phone and say, hey, what kind of cover have you put on your iPhone? Because it does look like that at first glance. But if you're investing your hard-earned money in this product, you need to know that there are things that work for it and things that don't seem to work at all. People are talking about dead pixels, a green tint on the display. A lot of users who picked up retail units, very excited about the Nothing Phone 1, are complaining about these issues. If you're a gamer, this isn't an ideal phone for gaming. The camera performance is underwhelming. It maxes out at 4K 30. And honestly, if it's not a well-lit atmosphere over here while we're shooting, it's all right. If you take it to a low-light sort of surrounding, it starts performing really badly. We have updated the software on this particular device, but we haven't seen some of these things in practice. If you have a look at it, it's simple. It sounds fancy in tech geek lingo. It's 900 LED lights at the back of the phone. These 900 LEDs will pop up in the center, on the top over here, at the bottom, and they actually do have significant functions and use cases. For instance, this one at the bottom, if you're charging through a USB-C port, will light up and tell you what the battery status indicator is like. You give it a little bit of a shake, and all of a sudden you know what the battery charging status is like. You go up over here and you end up reverse charging, and this comes with reverse wireless charging and wireless charging for this particular device, and it's pretty good at that. The reverse wireless charging feature, I put my AirPods on it a few times, and honestly it's more of a gimmick because there's a lot of heat energy that is lost. Let's just put it this way, it's not as efficient. This device comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G Plus SoC. It comes with Android 12 out of the box with Nothing OS on top. The camera system is slightly underwhelming when it comes to performance, but just in plain specs, it's a 50 megapixel camera on the back, and it comes with a 4500 mAh battery which powers the Nothing device. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the Snapdragon 778G. This is clearly not a flagship processor. But this is not a flagship phone. This is meant to be a mid-range phone, two words that this company understands very well. Even before the company existed, everyone was talking about their marketing plan. And of course, Carl Pei comes from OnePlus, and he set up a brilliant brand out there. So we do expect some great marketing. Well, I think this is a phone which is targeted at those people who are bored of all the devices in the mid-ranges from the Pocos and the iQOOs and whatnot, and want something which is kind of aspirational, kind of has a story, and honestly is a dark horse that's trying to break the clutter. That's what this phone is all about.